Alright, so now that we know, based on our first video, what to avoid doing in our explanation, we've got to practice what it looks like to write in a successful explanation. The first thing I want you to do is take a couple notes here as I'm typing and talking in this video. So the first thing, when you're writing a successful explanation, the first thing you want to do is describe the importance or significance of the quote, right? That is one strategy for writing an effective explanation. The second is to make a connection between the evidence and the thesis or topic sentence that you wrote. So, if you look at the example up here, right, your evidence must always support your thesis or topic sentence, right? And so you need to talk about the connection between those two things in an effective explanation. So now that we've got those notes, we're actually going to look at an example of an explanation and revise it just like you're going to do in your own work. So, explanation 1. This is in red here, so please follow along as I read it. This shows Emily saw the thief and knew things she was going to do. Right? This explanation falls flat or is incorrect in 3 different ways. First, it uses this shows. Remember, as 8th graders, we're getting away from that. Second, right, it uses vague language or non-specific language. I don't know what she's referring to by things unless the reader or the writer tells me explicitly. And third, this is just a summary. It doesn't actually further my understanding of why this evidence supports the argument, right? And so it needs some revision. When I look at this evidence and I go to write my own explanation, that's a much stronger example, right? I'm going to focus in on a few words. Specifically this part at the end where it says she knew just what to do. This lets me know, right, that Emily has a perception of Miss Allen and who she is. Potentially she is a sneaky, or she's sneaky and she's a thief, right? So I'm going to talk about that, and that is going to connect here, as well as talk about the importance of the quote and fill out those parts. So I'm going to revise my explanation down here at the bottom, right, where it's green. So please go ahead and type this in. Right, so you have an exemplar of what it looks like to write a strong explanation. Specifically the phrase, and I'm going to go back to the phrase that I wrote here. She, which is referring to Emily, knew just what to do. Right? It reveals that Emily perceives Mrs. Allen as a thief and sneaky, and that she intends to confront her Miss Allen about the incident. Alright, so now I have not only talked about the importance of this phrase specifically, right, but I've also made a connection between this piece of evidence and the argument that I'm making within my thesis or topic sentence. What I would like you to do now is look at the second piece of evidence that is listed here. You're then going to look at the explanation, think about why it's wrong, and then revise the explanation and actually rewrite it here at the bottom in green. Thank you.